Just gave a great show over at the grill, man.
Thanks, man.
You came right in, did what you had to do, and got right out.
Yeah.
Talk to us about the driving force behind your music, man, because a lot of folks I didn't know. I didn't know it was that serious.
Yeah.
And then once I got in there and I started listening, I was like, wow, this is real.
Yeah. I don't know if we're as used to in this day and time artists who can actually deliver outside of like an album. You know what I mean? So either you're a performer and you're amazing and you have an okay album, or you have a great album and you can't perform. You know, it's mundane. So like I think, but with the whole modern music movement, seeing is believing. Yeah. Even though listening is just as crazy, it's like, oh my goodness, I enjoyed it. So it's really good when I get a microphone and when the music starts playing, I'm so connected to every pulse of it that I can get lost in it immediately, and we have an opportunity to just go to a different place and we can transcend and I can tell the story. So yeah, like I said at the show today, I'm very committed to the content, and I'll do whatever I have to do for it to be delivered, you know, straight to the purest place, out of the purest place for me too. And I think that's where everybody makes their connections.
Yeah.
What inspired you?
Many things. Well, I guess we'll start from my initial album, The Second Coming. That was in 2009. And I was, you know, in order to play my keyboard and do a lot of my sound, I had to be in church all the time. So a lot of my content was coming from that. So that gave me a lot of spirituality. That made a lot of sense with things like faith, hope, belief, trust, love, all the different stuff like that. But growing up, I did that when I was 18, 26 now. I moved to California. I was able to see life and live some things. You know, I was able to experience and go through some things. And I recognized that, like, in those things, I needed God too. In those distresses, I needed answers, and it wasn't something that I could get from Donnie McClurkin and Stan. You know, it was good, but like, I don't know, my life was a lot faster. A lot of the songs that are in the gospel community have no idea what happens through social media. It's not just an up-to-date remedy. You know what I mean? It's like old school penicillin. And it's definitely good, but like, you got to be able to fight new diseases with new medicines. So I believe that I just kind of upped it and took it to another level when I had to expand my mind, and being in a different place and meeting people who were so different. It caused me to just expand, and those are the things that inspired it. The things that were happening to me, the needs of the people around me, and I just really wanted to use my music to fill those holes, fill those voids, and help, you know, like in like a medicinal way. You know what I mean? Let the music be therapeutic and healing, and take our minds off a lot of the negativity that we have to endure every single day, and get over a lot of the things that music and the industry nowadays is putting inside of us. I just wanted to offer, like, I don't know, just another option for people who didn't want to do that. And I believe that the reception has been great.
How do you fight the compromise, man, of not compromising everything that you believe, everything that you were taught, everything that you were raised to do? How do you continue to be that light? How do you continue to keep that inside of you?
I think you just gotta focus on seeing for what it really is. You know what I mean? Sometimes it doesn't matter how beautiful the woman. If it is bad, you know.
Yes.
You know, so I think a lot of people could get caught up with the casings that many evils can come in, but if you can discern evil from, you know, evil and darkness, if you got a spirit of discernment, it don't matter if it's dripped in chocolate.
Yeah.
You know that in the middle of it is poison. So you got to make a decision every day, and it's kind of easy to make a decision to not kill myself. You know what I'm saying? So like, if a compromise me, that a part of me dims, I might lose something that can cause me to be effective to an individual, and that is very valuable to me. So I think if we get over teaching our youth and our young people the rules, and connect the rules to things that they can't lose, things that they don't want to live their lives without, it'll be a lot easier to obey. So I think, and I learned that early on in my teachings with, you know, my relationship with God. A lot of the times I was trying to obey the rules and obey the laws with wit and trying to just be disciplined, but the thing that really structured and caused me to be really strong is when I did it out of love. Like, not doing it because I didn't want to be wrong, doing it because I wanted to make a statement with it. So I think that kind of got a little bit addictive, especially with the rewards that come from those decisions. So I don't know, there's no American Idol if I compromise. There's no Molly Is album if I compromise. I'm not here confident and happy if I compromise. It'll be a whole lot of guilt building up in the back, and you'll be able to hear it seep into my music. And it wouldn't be enlightening, it wouldn't be enriching, and I'll be just as bad as anybody else who's doing music. So I think it's just that, focusing on the positive and remaining young in front of God, letting Him continue to show me the way.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
Finish this sentence for me. Molly is.
Molly is necessary. From the most humblest place inside of me, this is something that we need. And the thing that makes it beautiful is the fact that it's something that we like as well. Many other things that we need aren't fun. Everybody want a killer body, but it sucks to work out. Especially if you haven't started, and the discipline that it takes to get up, the soreness, the changing of the diet. But if there was a way that we can enjoy it and actually forget that we're working out, it'd be a lot more in shape people. So I believe that this is exactly what it is. There's a need for the minds of the people to be changed. And I believe that this is the first start, because there's a lot of topics that people will consider that they won't consider otherwise. It seems like work, but the songs inspire these thoughts that cause you to better yourself. And if a slight shift happens, then that is healthy. So Molly is necessary, and it happens to the old, the young, and the new. And I'm very grateful for this. I believe that Molly is right now. It's not up next anymore.
That's right.
And it's taking its place.
Outside of maturity, how do you go from like I hate you to Johnny and I?
Wow. Authenticity. You know what I mean? I think it's all based on you knowing who you are. And once I became okay with that, that's the thing that made it organic. It's kind of like having a pastor, and Sunday after Sunday after Sunday, all you see him is in his suit, and he's preaching the gospel, and then one day he invites you to lunch, and he has on like a Nike joint, and he has a nice swag, and he's really funny in a way that you never anticipated, because you only saw him doing his job. And the next thing you know, you get more of appreciation from him as a man, and then he takes you to his house, and his kids are fun. Him and his relationship with his wife is really good. So it's like, man, you are a great pastor, but now I respect you just as an individual. So I think the fact that I'm so true about every aspect of my life, and I give it everything that I have from the purest part of me, that's how I can go from left to right and it be genuine, because it all is a part of me. And people know fake when they see it.
Who are you trying to reach with your music?
I'm trying to reach everybody with my music. Like, a lot of people can call it greed, a lot of people can call it over the top, but I've never been one of those people that was like, well, you know, you can't win them all. No. It's not like that, and especially if everybody does need it, I just think that it's something like that. So there was 3,000 that I was consistently touching in certain churches and certain venues. But when I recognized and would look at videos and would look at YouTube and see that there was a capacity of 30 million people being touched in one setting, I wanted to do whatever I had to do to be able to get that opportunity. And I believe that this is the start.
10 years from now, man, what do you see Molly music, man?
Ooh, I see the whole Molly music movement becoming the sound and the way. You get what I mean? And it not just being me, it just being something that inspires artists to cut the middleman out, not sell out, because money won't be as popular anymore.
Yeah.
The money will be coming in being yourself. The world, like, all the industry is going to do is adapt to what the consumer wants. So if this changes the mind of the consumer, the content has to change. So next thing you know, this can be the inspiration. 10 years from now, the fad can be being true to yourself. The fad can be not doing this, not doing that. Like, what if conflict and all the drama stopped selling?
Yeah.
What if people want to see something different? What then?
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. So I believe the whole Molly music movement will become the culture.
Yeah.
And that will be the turning around of everything that we think. The uprising of black people, the erasing of racism, all the stuff like that. And at that point, the music can't die. So they can kill me, but it's already out there. So that's why I'm satisfied. The work is already complete.
What did you learn about yourself while completing this album? I mean, like, what did you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, as far as your personal growth with the writing and with the music, because like you said earlier, it is necessary. And there are a lot of messages that you can give to someone. Music is one of those universal languages that we all speak. And there are a lot of messages that you can move through music that someone wouldn't receive in a conversation.
Absolutely.
So, you know, with that being said, you know, going into the studio and pouring your heart out into this album, what did you learn about yourself?
Well, I learned a lot about my creative versatility, and not just in the, what do you call it? Not just in my music, which was clear, but in my ability to translate it. You know what I mean? And I also knew that it was time to stand up. I recognized that I was doing a lot of the gospel music that I was doing because I felt that anything other than that was arrogance. I felt that anything, based on false teaching and miseducation my whole life, I felt that anything that made me important was enmity against God. You know what I'm saying? But that is the exact wrong thing. Like, it's really funny because it was stated to me that like God used a star to direct people to where baby Jesus was. So something had to shine for people to know, you know, even where to go. And it made me okay with like, God is okay. He trusts me with this gift. He trusts me with this dominion, and it taught me to grow up. You know what I mean? So I definitely walk with my mom, and I have my family and everybody with me, but I'm very much a man now. And I know what God is calling me to do, and I don't need anybody questioning me on the decisions because it's all from the Spirit. You know what I mean? So it taught me to stand up, and that's why I'm confident and okay that my face is on there. I'm confident that my face is on there because it is the face of hope at this time. And if it is something that people can be drawn to, at the end of the day, it would direct them vertical. And that's what it's about. So now I'm okay with shining. I understand my purpose and my calling, and I can do everything to make as much noise as I can. It's funny. I posted a Twitter a few weeks ago, and it was really crazy. I was like, the industry is like an energy with a balloon luring a baby off of a cliff. And I'm doing everything I can to get that baby's attention. At that point, it's not about God. At that point, it's not about the devil. It's not about right or wrong. It's just about saving innocence, saving ignorance or whatever. So like, if I gotta dance, I'm gonna do as much as I can for him to look away from that balloon so the baby doesn't die. So this is what the Molly is, and it is working. People are turning their heads, man, and it's beautiful. So, and on top of it, God gave me a well of content, and possibly people cannot turn around, but they can turn their feet and they can start to walk in this direction. And they won't even know the devastation that was going to come until later, which takes patience and maturity, but God will reveal. This is more than just a young black boy putting out music. It's God is doing something through it, man, and I'm excited about it.
What do you wanna leave the audience with today? What would you got something special on your heart right now just to share, man?
Man, I would tell everybody to trust themselves. I think that's been the thing that we don't do. And I would add to that, trust and value yourself. There's a lot of affirmation that's needed. A lot of people want booze now, not to be in love or to give love, but to receive something they lack in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is totally the wrong reason to get into a relationship. When you get in a relationship, that's actually to share two whole people. You know what I'm saying? That can enjoy each other, not for you to give me what I didn't get when I was 6. You know what I'm saying? So we're starting a lot of love relationships from deficits. So we can't even get to love because you're trying to be raised.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, trust yourself and value yourself. And whatever that causes you to do, be, and say, do. Life is the ultimate teacher. And don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.